And 6 right now on the WHAS11 19. We have several late-breaking stories tonight. 3 teenagers shot in Valley Station. One of them is killed.
That didn't sound right, so I checked and I was just shocked.
We're talking to residents in the area who heard the gunshots, as police say one victim walked right up to their officers with a gunshot wound. And then, in broad daylight, police say a man is carjacked by an armed suspect right in the heart of the business and tourist district of downtown Louisville, 4th and Main. Plus,
such a tragedy, and there's responsibility all around. But it's a tragedy for this family who's been impacted by such a preventable crime.
a judge doubles down, upping the bond for a murder and DUI suspect from over the weekend after a 12-year-old girl is killed on the Gene Snyder. Mothers Against Drunk Driving talking to us about the horrific crash. Right now on the WHAS 11 19. Breaking news right now here tonight at 11 o'clock as we begin with this breaking news update. 3 teenagers shot in Valley Station tonight, and late tonight we learned that one of the teenagers shot, a 17-year-old, shot in the head, has died from his injuries. Hello everyone, it is one of several breaking stories we are following for you tonight right here. I'm Doug Proffitt. Police are charging an 18-year-old with murder in this case. That teenager was also injured in this shooting tonight. WHAS 1119's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester report from the apartment complex, talking with a neighbor who heard the shooting as it happened.
Rain falls over the Valley Farms apartments and a parking lot filled with LMPD cruisers, the Forensic Crime Scene Unit, and caution tape.
I think the first thing I thought was that was not fireworks.
3 teenagers were shot Tuesday afternoon. One 17-year-old was shot in the head. Another 17-year-old and an 18-year-old were also shot, but have non-life-threatening injuries.
It's just not right.
We spoke to a 17-year-old who had just gotten home from school at the time of the shooting, and he described the chaotic scene himself.
Like 5 or 6 gunshots coming like outside my room. So I check out the window. I see like 2, I don't know, like 17-year-old kids. Like there's 2 of them, 2 teenagers. They're running down the stairs, right? And they ran to this little car. It's like a small tan car, and they just like drove off.
Because they live in the complex, he and his mom wanted to stay anonymous.
And this is the second shooting that we've kind of dealt with in our neighborhood within the last year. So I was just kind of scared.
The shooting happened on Laurent Way at 4 in the afternoon. The 17-year-old who was shot in the head was transported to University Hospital. One teenager walked up to the officers on scene, suffering from a gunshot wound to his leg, and the 18-year-old was a walk-in patient at St. Mary's.
These kids are just kind of out of control out here doing whatever, and there's no consequences, and you just don't never know when something could happen to you out here.
A neighbor and a mother.
You just hope that they continue to make the right decisions when I can't be with them.
Left just trying to keep her teenagers safe. In Valley Station, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 1119 on your side.
According to Metro Police tonight, the 18-year-old involved in the shooting, the fatal shooting, has been charged with murder and assault. His name is Jeremiah Robinson. Also breaking tonight, we learned that at 4th and Main Streets in downtown Louisville, police say a man was carjacked in broad daylight today. It happened just after 3 this afternoon. Police say 26-year-old Brylon Tyson, allegedly armed with a gun, stole a man's black work truck from 4th and Main. He took off in the truck. Police say they tried to stop him, but he led officers on a chase down several West Louisville streets. Police say he ditched the truck in an alleyway near Dr. W.J. Hodge Street and then ran on foot. Police caught him shortly afterwards. He suffered an arm injury. No one was hurt in the carjacking. Brand new tonight on the night team, Jeffersonville, Indiana police have a brand new contract, and it has now been signed by the mayor, Mike Moore. These photographs of the signing posted this afternoon by the city of Jeffersonville. The contract is in effect immediately through the end of 2026. It includes a 2% raise for officers in 2026, and other benefits include a higher match in their retirement plan, and it also keeps the current 5 days on, 4 days off rotation for officers. As we have reported, contract negotiations lasted for 20 months. The deal also comes after longtime police chief Kenny Kavanaugh stepped down from his job in August. Here's hoping you got some much needed rain in your neighborhood around Kentuckiana tonight. Some of those thunderstorms produced heavy downpours and some lightning, and our chief meteorologist Mallory Schnell is joining me early here on the night team. One thing's for sure, Mallory, it is dropping those temperatures. So nice out there tonight.
Oh yeah, we topped out in the mid to even upper 80s this afternoon, and currently we are sitting in the 60s all across Kentuckiana. Now, not everybody saw rain today. The bulk of it was on the Kentucky side of the Ohio River here, and it was still scattered in nature. But don't you worry if you didn't see rain today. We do have more chances on the way throughout that 7-day forecast. Zooming into the bullseye here, this is around Trimble County that picked up potentially 5 inches of rainfall. Basically, we had a storm that parked itself over your area for the past couple of hours. Thankfully, it has been so dry lately, so the ground is able to really handle this kind of steady rainfall. But at this hour, finally starting to fizzle out, moving closer to the Newcastle area here. LaGrange still getting some rain, but that is the only spot still with rain on the radar at this hour. The rest of us just enjoying those cool nighttime temperatures and drier conditions. Now, carrying on into tonight, your hour-by-hour futurecast here, waiting for that shower to really continue to fizzle out. Otherwise, with clear skies, temperatures already in the 60s and dew points close behind, we are expecting some fog to develop by tomorrow morning. So that would be the main hazard for the bus stop forecast tomorrow morning, with temperatures in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Should be a mostly dry day tomorrow, temperatures back in the 80s. And then we have another front that is on the way tomorrow night into Thursday morning. That will bring our next best chance for rainfall. We'll talk much more about that coming up in our extended forecast.
All news since 6 right now on the WHAS11 night team. The bond for an alleged drunk driver doubled today as a Louisville judge calls him a danger to this community. The Labor Day crash tragically took the life of a 12-year-old girl and left a mother and baby hospitalized. WHAS11 night team's Jose Alonso has been following this story since the holiday. And what has the family told you tonight, Jose?
Doug, we got a brief update. The family is mourning the loss of 12-year-old Jada Smith. The mother and baby are expected to recover with time. The family isn't fully speaking publicly yet, but today we saw the alleged drunk driver appear in jail court.
I am going to increase the bond to $500,000 full cash to HIP, not as a punitive measure, Mr. Gill, because I find you to be a danger to everyone in this community, all right?
34-year-old Ronaldo Gill appearing in front of Judge Mary Jude Woodford. She doubled his bond from $250,000 after reading his 7 charges, which include murder and driving under the influence on a suspended license.
You don't have an active license right now, so there's no driving, okay?
Or multiple med units this way. There might be multiple children now.
Overnight into Labor Day, traffic on the Gene Snyder near New Cut Road was blocked off for hours, even into the daylight. Gill is accused of slamming his Dodge intoxicated into the back of a Jeep at 2:30 in the morning.
We're going to need the Snyder shut down completely.
LMPD says the driver of that Jeep, Jasmine Simpson, her baby in a car seat, and 12-year-old Jada Smith were thrown from the vehicle. Jada did not survive. The family says the mother and baby will recover with time.
And the fact of the matter is, it isn't an accident. When alcohol or other drugs are involved, it's a choice. Someone made a choice that led to this little girl's death, and that is horribly tragic.
Alex Audie with Mothers Against Drunk Driving in Kentucky says intoxicated wrecks tend to spike across the state during the holidays.
We know that in 2024, there were 76 crashes just on Labor Day weekend in Kentucky due to a drunk driver, with 44 injuries and 1 death. Those are people who just wanted to celebrate and enjoy their day off.
The family is still trying to cope with what happened on this Louisville highway. Meanwhile, Simpson is also facing charges as she and her children were not wearing seatbelts.
It's all of our responsibility. You just have to be committed to making the right choice and ensuring that those around you do too. One message that we want people to understand is you could be doing everything right. You still have to be aware of the decisions that other people on the road are making.
We did reach out to LMPD about this case. They gave us a statement saying in part, quote, driving under the influence puts innocent lives at risk. And in this case, it cost a child her life and left a family shattered. We urge everyone to make responsible choices, never drive impaired, and always wear a seatbelt. And we have a link to the GoFundMe supporting the family as they prepare for a funeral on our website. That's WHAS11.com. Reporting live in studio, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 Night Team on your side.
Thank you very much, Jose. And tonight we do have a big traffic heads up for you. This was a big one that's going to be with us for a while, folks. The first phase of the major I-65 Interstate project in Louisville will begin tomorrow. We're talking about South Brook Street and Kentucky Street, as well down to Hill Street and Burnett Avenue will all be closing until the spring of 2027. You heard me right, the spring of 2027. As Kentucky transportation crews work to repair a series of overpasses along I-65 from downtown to south near the U of L campus. The construction could have some big impacts for you and businesses, especially in Old Louisville. For a better look at this map of the construction, a closer look, road closures and detour routes, just go to WHAS11.com. Happening new tonight, JCPS is celebrating a strong start to this new school year, starting by honoring the Transportation Department at the school board meeting tonight. Big applause there as district officials say every school bus was cleared by 6:29 p.m. on the first night of school and even earlier the next evening on day 2. Transportation staff members were recognized for their teamwork and precision tonight. One driver, Duncan Parker, received special praise after a large branch shattered her windshield with 44 students on board. She has driven buses for 12 years and was honored for her bravery and commitment to students. The Omni Hotel wants to tear down the 1897 Oddfellows building, which sits right next to it in downtown Louisville. The hotel, which received $139 million in local and state tax dollars, hopes to replace the historic structure with pickleball courts, a restaurant, and outdoor yard games. Steve Weiser with the Louisville Historical League says taxpayers helped fund the project and deserve to have the building saved.
We taxpayers have a vested role in this building. We're paying for this, okay? Not Omni. Omni's not paying for it. It's us, the taxpayers. Pickleball courts are not an acceptable trade-off to remove this landmark structure.
Metro Council removed the historic status of Oddfellows in 2021, and the Kentucky Supreme Court upheld that decision earlier this year. The final decision on demolition will come September 10th by the Downtown Development Review Overlay Committee. We're going in. The words from President Donald Trump today about sending the National Guard into Chicago to fight gun violence. You'll hear what the governor of Illinois has to say about that. He is not happy. And don't go to bed just yet. He is back tonight after his regular 3-month-long vacation. ABC's Jimmy Kimmel returns with a brand new show for you tonight right after this newscast. A lot has happened since he was last on the air. Jimmy Kimmel Live is in just a few minutes right here on WHAS 11 and ABC.
And here's a check.